Stop loss for the week. Today is Monday. I just took my first loss for the week, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all. Is that I get so mad at myself when I make mistakes like this, because when I look back after hitting stop loss, I see exactly why I hit that stop loss and the mistake that I made. Like, look at the market well. Just look at the market well. I just took my second trade for the week, and I don't know exactly how that trade is going to go. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I followed every rule, and I'm going to go with you to the chart and I'm going to show you. Unfortunately, I took a loss yesterday, Tuesday. That is why I couldn't continue the clip. And the past few days have been so tough. I've been asking myself from one question to another. I've hit 2 stop loss in a row, Monday and Tuesday. And one of the questions I'm asking myself is, what am I doing wrong? Just when I feel like, oh, I finally found the solution to my problem, I found an edge. Now this hitting stop loss. My goal for this week was to pass phase 1 of my account because I was left with like $130 for me to pass. However, I have hit 2 stop loss. That means I am down $60 already. And another question that keeps going through my head is, am I ever going to withdraw from this market? When is it going to be my turn? And at the same time, I am so much in belief that my turn is so near, like very, very close. I will just have to keep going, and I'm giving up at this point is not an option. And to be very honest with you guys, I have not thought of giving up since I started trading. Not even for once has such thought gone through my mind. But one of the thoughts that go through my mind a lot is, when is it going to be my turn? When am I going to live the trader's lifestyle? And for some reasons, I just feel like it is very closer than I even think. And at the end of the day, things are definitely going to work out how we want it to work out. It's true that it's taking time, hitting stop loss here and there. This just brings me to this thing that keeps going through my mind. Just because you found an edge does not mean that you will not stop having stop losses. They'll keep coming, just that you need to be... It is not easy to mask how you feel. And on this particular morning, I felt bad. I did not go to school. I sat on my chart from 4 a.m. up to 8 a.m. in the morning, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And sometimes you feel like, oh, finally I figured out what I'm doing wrong. Then another mistake is going to show up, and you realize that at the end of the day, you cannot avoid these losses. Now for Wednesday, this was the trade that I was looking out for. The market on Wednesday on the 5-minute time frame was bearish, so I wanted to see the structure, break of structure, fair value gap that I saw somewhere there. Then I placed my how did they say it? My entry limit and everything, hoping for market to tap me in and go with me to the down direction. And did it happen, guys? At this point, I felt like, what is going on? Like, okay, maybe I should just I didn't plan for this. Oh, I just saw this trade on Euro USD and on GBP that I'm going to be taking. For GBP if it goes well, I'll be making like 2 something. For Euro USD, if it goes well as well, if those both trade go well, I will pass phase 1. But if it does not go well, it's going to be very terrible. So let's see. So this is the trade on Euro USD. This is why I'm taking this trade. If you can see, we have this uptrend move here. We have liquidity and we have fair value gap close to liquidity. So I'm entering here, targeting here. Am I following my risk management? No, very honest, I'm not. But this is a very good setup, so I want to see how it goes. This is liquidity. This is fair value gap right here. We have a fair value gap here, and we have this other block here. So I'm pressing tap me here, stop loss somewhere here. That's the 1:7.5. So if it gives me this, then I'm going to be so glad. If not, oh. Now, unfortunately, this trade missed me. Remove. Hey guys, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going on well on your side. Today is actually a good day. I feel good, better than I felt yesterday. Now, let's talk about the trade yesterday. The trade on GBP/JPY did not tag me along. I'm going to share the screen with you right now. Let me do this now. So basically, this was the trade. I was expecting for it to come the first time here, tap me and do this huge TP here. It came around this direction 2 times straight to TP without tapping me in. Now the third time that it came, the third time that it came, it hit stop loss, but I didn't take this trade actually. So this is the trade that I was waiting for that didn't work out. Immediately I saw that it tapped here 2 times without tapping me in. I closed the trade. Now I took a trade on Euro USD, and that trade was actually a winning trade. So let me look for that trade right here, and I share that with you. So no, this one. I think it was on GBP/JPY. Okay, yeah, this is the trade right here on Euro USD. So I saw this trade when I was doing something, and I was like, oh, this is a good trade, because we have this break of structure here. I considered this as my other block. I would have just considered this level here, but it's fine. We had this liquidity right here. We had this liquidity here, and we had a fair value gap right here. So I was hoping for market to tap me in and give me TP, which exactly what happened. So that is it for yesterday's trade, and right now I'm going to look for a setup for today. Normally I have to see my setup at the 1 a.m. New York time. So let's see if we can find something. If we cannot find anything, then it's cool. I will wait throughout the day and see. Now let me share my screen with you so you see everything that's going on. So currently this is how the market is. If I'm looking at it from the 5-minute perspective, there is a bullish movement that has to happen. But if I want to mark it from somewhere here, we have this break of structure here, right? We have this break of structure. Let's put that in line. We have this break of structure here. We have this swing high that price swept and reversed immediately. Now when this is the swing high, this is the swing low here. So we have this zone here as our swing low here. Now between this swing low and this swing high here, market has broken this swing high, but market has not broken below this swing low here. It just swept this liquidity and it moved to the upside. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting for price to drop up to this level. However, I'll take you to the 4 hours time frame, because that is where I look out for market direction. Now if you see this here, is because I am looking at this setup right here, which I don't think it's going to happen, because price already moving. I should have come here instead, looking for a 1:2. I would have been out of the market already, but that's not what I did. Now let's forget about this and we go back to the 4 hours time frame. Now remember the setup I showed yesterday on the 15-minute time frame on Euro USD. I am still hoping for this to happen as well, maybe today or tomorrow. I have not yet closed this trade here. It's not closed. Now as I said yesterday, I have seen this break of structure, like this break of structure here. Price left this fair value gap, and we have this other block. So I know that price is going to tap me in and is going to move to the upper direction. Before that happens, let's go back to the 4 hours time frame on another chart to see what is happening here. Now this is 20th Tuesday. Let's go on the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours, what do we see? I see price, there is a lot of choppiness happening here. So I don't think I can have any trade here today, because when I look at this is where I want to get an entry somewhere. Somewhere here, right? Okay, now the tweezer that I added to my strategy is I'm looking to see the 5 p.m. This is my 5 p.m. here. I'm going to mark out the 5 p.m. high, which is this candle here. It's a doji candlestick. I mark out this. Oh, what happened? Okay, this is my 5 p.m. high here, and we are going to name that a 5 p.m. high. and this is my 5 p.m. This is my 5 p.m. low right here, right? So that is literally what happened between the 5 a.m. and the 5 p.m. high and low. Now this is the 9 p.m. right? The 9 p.m. broke, yeah, the 9 p.m. broke the 5 p.m. high. It broke the 5 p.m. high, swept liquidity, and now we are hoping that the 1 a.m. is going to drop. That's what we want to see on the 1 a.m. So on the 1 a.m. I should be looking out to sell. This is where I go to the 15-minute time frame to look at market structure on the 15-minute time frame. And what do I see on the 15-minute time frame? This was my high here, price swept liquidity here. We have this liquidity sweep right here, and we are going to call that a liquidity sweep, right? Then this is the low right here. We are noticing that we have a change of character somewhere, right? This is my change of character, or here even we have a change of character. Now I want to see a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. And if I don't see a fair value gap, then I'm not going to take this trade. Now if I look on the 15-minute time frame, I'm not seeing a fair value gap. Let's drop to the 5 minutes to see if we can find a fair value gap. Now on the 5 minutes, we have a fair value gap here, and we have liquidity close to that fair value gap. So this is going to be my entry for today. I have a fair value gap right here, and I think this is a strong setup because we have an internal fair value gap and we have an external fair value gap. I don't know if that makes sense. We have a fair value gap here, and we have two fair value gaps actually on this zone around here. So the next thing that I will do is, I have liquidity. Yes, we have this liquidity right here. We have liquidity close to my fair value gap, which is something I want to see as well. So I'm going to enter this trade right now, targeting a 1:2. So I'll enter at liquidity here. I'll enter at liquidity right here. So we enter liquidity right here, somewhere here. Then I'll place stop loss here and TP all the way to this zone here. So that's a 1:2. Wait a minute. Here, no. Yeah. So this is my high here. Let's map out exactly how this is going to play out. I don't know why this thing is doing this. So this is the high here. So this is where my stop loss is, and this is where my TP is. This is my TP right here. I could have targeted this low here as my TP, but I'm looking for a 1:2. So this is my TP right here, and this is my entry. This is my entry right here. So now I'll go to my how they calling it, I'll go to my MetaTrader, and I'm going to enter this trade. Then I'm going to wait to see exactly what is going to happen. So far this week I have taken 3 trades. Today is Thursday. I've taken 3 trades, 2 losses and 1 TP. And well, we are going to discuss more a little bit later, but let's see how this one goes. I'm going to give you guys an update immediately. Anything that happens here, I'm going to give you guys an update. For now, see you later. Bye. To be very honest, I feel bad about the trades that I've been taking, and right now it's currently 10 minutes past 11 p.m. and that trade that I analyzed, price missed me, and I saw another entry which I took but unfortunately price it took me out. Like I hit stop loss again today. So this is like my third stop loss this week. This is my third stop loss this week, and I have had one winning trade. So we go again tomorrow. There's nothing I can do. So today is Friday, and it's actually the last day or the last trading day of the week, and these are the trade that I took today, and this is how the trade went. Actually today, Friday, was a good day. For the first time I took 2 trades. I know taking 2 trades is not part of my plan, but I had to, and I'll explain exactly why I did that. Now I took a trade on Euro USD and I took another one on JBP JPY. Both trades were winning trades. Now let me explain why I did this. At the beginning of the week, I had one goal, and that goal was to pass phase 1 of my account, because I was left with about $130 for me to pass phase 1 of my account, which did not happen like that. Let me talk. Now it did not actually happen like that. Sorry that I don't have a mic today. My mic has low battery and I'm going to charge it later. As I was saying, this week was filled with a lot of emotions, as you can see from this video. And aside from that, I had a goal. The goal was to pass phase 1 of my account and move on to passing phase 2 and becoming a funded trader, which is still a goal that I'm moving up to this week. And there is one video that I watched, and the person was saying that give your goals dates, and if you don't achieve your goal by the date you set you have to achieve, don't change your goal, change your strategies, change your plan, and keep holding on to that goal until you achieve it. And that is exactly what I plan on doing. Now this week I took 7 trades. Normally I take 1 trade per day, so I took 7 trades on this week. We all have it here. And there are a lot of mistakes I made this week, and we are going to talk about that as well. But let's start with the trades. On Monday, I took 1 trade, which was a loss on Euro USD. Tuesday, I took another trade, which was a loss as well. Wednesday, I took 2 trades, JBP JPY and Euro USD. I missed the trade on JBP JPY, and I won the trade on Euro USD. Thursday, I took 1 trade, which was a loss, and Friday, I took 2 trades, which were both winning trades. Now, that gives me, I closed the week with a total of $5,350, meaning I am left with $50 to pass phase 1 of my account. Then I move on to phase 2. Now, how do I intend to do that? For this week, I need 1 solid trade. I'll be risking $25 to make $50, right? Or if I want to bear it too much, I can risk 50 to make 50, but I don't want to go that route. I'll be going 25 for 50, 1:2, and I'm done. Now my goal for this week is to pass phase 1 and phase 2, because to pass phase 2 I need 2 trades. This is what I'm saying. So 50 to make 100 and 50 to make 100. That is $200, because I need $200 to pass phase 1 of my account. It's taken me 3 months. I've been trading this prop firm account for 3 whole months, and I have not yet passed phase 1. I am this tiny little bit close to pass phase 1, and if I pass phase 1, it means that I can pass phase 2 as well. Let's go to the mistakes that I made this week. I set a financial goal this week, and most of the trade that I was taking this week was more money oriented. How much am I going to make at the end? If I make this amount, that means I'm too close to passing phase 1 of my account. It was just the thoughts that were going through my mind this week, right? It is not bad. However, it affects your trading psychologically. What I mean by that is that you find yourself taking random trades just because you want to make money off the market. Now, even when I was busy, I was still looking out for trades on my phone. Most of the analysis that didn't work out for me this week was the analysis I made from my phone, because if I miss a trade, for example, when you look at the trade that I took, was because I missed a trade and I was still looking for another trade to take, which will literally hit me stop loss, and it's going to keep moving to my direction. So that is one big mistake that I made this week, and I don't think I want to repeat that this week. I want to move into this week looking at trading as a business. What do I mean? It's not every day you go into the market that you're going to make money. Even as a business person, some days you're going to sell and make profit, other days you're going to sell at a loss, and some days nobody's going to buy from you. That is literally the world of business. It doesn't mean that every day you're going to make money. Some days you will, some days you will not, some days you will make losses. Now at the end of the day, it's all about how can I say this? At the end of the day, it's all about your performance. So I want to see how my performance this week is going to be. Normally, as someone who likes to write about my traits and everything, this week was not it. As you can see, I didn't write anything. Like, this was Thursday. If you can see here, this is Thursday. This is what I wrote on Thursday, and these are the things that I plan on studying today, right? You went to use other block, went to use breaker block. I plan on studying that today. Now, the only thing that I did was I wrote out every trade that I took and how the trade went. Normally in this row I write what I learned, but you see I did it only one time, and here I didn't. So another mistake that I made this week was not to journal my trade properly, and I didn't follow my rules properly, my trading plan properly, my system, I didn't follow it properly, which I plan on working on it next week. So I am so proud of myself because I am about to become I'm about to become a funded trader. I just need 3 good trades to become a funded trader. Anything can happen, I know, but if there is one thing I've not doubted since I started trading is that this is that year I am going to become a consistently profitable trader. I don't care what it's going to cost me. Yes, it makes me cry sometimes and all these good things. It's normal. It's a price to pay. I'm paying the price, right? So that when I will start enjoying, I have every right to enjoy. So that is literally how my week went, and I'm going to see you guys on Saturday. The reason why I upload just one video a week is because my week is very busy. Today, for example, has been so hectic, but I still had to sit today and make sure that I have a video for Saturday. So thank you so much for the people who are coming along with me, and please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that my channel grows and we grow together. Thank you so much for coming to this video, and I'm going to see you in another one. Bye.